Fantastic. Well, I am super excited to have this amazing gentleman with us this morning for him and this evening for us. And, you know, I am going to do his formal bio as well, just because there might be a few of you on here that, you know, might not have had the pleasure of being online with Jeff before. And so it's really good to know exactly who you're with, because I'm going to say you're with Direct Selling Royalty here, okay? You know, Jeff is somebody who's not only well known in our company, in fact, you know, he is the top guy, but he's actually so well known and respected right across our whole profession. And I had heard of Jeff's name long before I was involved with Juice Plus. So I knew of who he was before I was ever involved with Juice Plus. So it is fantastic that he's here to be able to share his wisdom. And we were having a bit of a chat earlier on and by Messenger the other day as well. And I'm just loving the excitement and the buzz that's happening, no matter how long he's been in the business. So let me just do the kind of formal introduction. Over 30 years ago, Jeff Roberti was a broke waiter looking for a chance to prove himself. The Juice Plus company gave him that chance. Through hard work and determination, Jeff built his business into a success story that's now legendary, not only within the Juice Plus company, but also in the direct selling industry. Recently, Jeff was recognized by Business at Home magazine as one of the largest income earners in the history of this industry. Though his accomplishments are impressive, his focus is one on gratitude and love for a company that has provided a stable and lasting environment in which to grow and serve. Although Jeff's business is global, it includes distributors in over 25 countries and thousands of qualifiers. His mission remains to support and encourage those around him. And he does this through recruiting, coaching, and mentoring on a daily basis. Jeff has never been more passionate or excited about the business because he truly believes that the best is yet to come. And going from our conversations, not only kind of, you know, over the years, but in these last few weeks as well, you can hear and feel the passion. Besides that, he's looking friggin' awesome. And that's, so he's definitely living the mission. And that, but Jeff, thank you so much for taking some time out to be with us tonight here. Our Aussies and Kiwis really do appreciate you. And I would love for you to just to kind of, you know, pour your wisdom on them.
Okay. Well, thank you, Celine. And my name's Jeff Roberti. I'm calling in from my home here this morning. It's 6 o'clock in the morning here in Sarasota, Florida, Siesta Key Beach. And Celine, I'm glad you're recording this because I'm going to share some things that'll be really powerful for especially new people to hear over and over again. I believe repetition is the mother of all skills. Yeah, so for me, I have not been healthier or happier in my life. I mean, it is just such a wonderful time to be part of the Juice Plus family, to be part of a company with a heart, and to share our lovely mission with people all over the world. And I've just never seen anything quite like this in my 30 plus years being involved with the company. I mean, just the timing right now, the sense of urgency, the fear of loss, and just the amount of people, the recruiting pool that's out there is so wide and so deep of people that are saying yes to our product and yes to our opportunity, and just in record numbers. I mean, it's just really, it's exciting. And, you know, I guess what I would say is business is booming. I mean, business for us is booming. The floodgates are open. Talk about harvest time. If you were a farmer, I mean, you've got a crop in the field and it is harvest time. You don't go on vacation. You don't, you know, you're getting up early, you're staying up late. It's harvest time. And like I said, that recruiting pool, the talent of people out there right now that are looking, that are saying yes to our product, yes to our opportunity. It's like an opportunity of a lifetime, Celine. It really is. And I kind of joke, it's like the fish are jumping in the boat. I mean, you don't even have to put the line out there. If you just share your story, share our mission, people are coming in and saying, yes, this product makes good common sense. And yes, I'd love to have a home-based business, be my own boss, be able to earn what I'm worth. And, you know, what's exciting is everyone's at home right now. You know, it's really easy to reach them. And through technology, like a Zoom call like this, you're able to take our message, our story right into people's homes. And we have an answer. We have an answer for people. We meet two needs at a very high level, and we're in high demand. And those two needs that we meet at a very high level is for people, number one, got a little bit of background noise. Number one is to take self-responsibility for your own health. And number two, take self-responsibility for your own wealth, for your own, for your own business, to be your own boss, to earn what you're worth. And it is just so exciting. And I tell people, look, we're built for this. We're made for this, and you've got this. Stay calm, stay in control, and just stay focused. And it's so important right now how you show up. How you do anything is how you do everything, right? How do you show up? What is your state? What is your mindset? What is your belief? Leadership right now is more important than ever. It's, just showing up from that with that position of strength, that voice of authority, that confidence. And, people feel that. And, when you've got something like what we have here with a 50-year-old solid, stable, lasting company and a world-class product, Juice Plus, a product that people want, people need, and they don't have. So it's the best of both worlds. You got something solid that's built on rock, not sand, that's built on a solid foundation, and a product that, when you think about Juice Plus, it's not good timing. Fruits and vegetables is not good timing. It's timeless. It's foundational. It just makes good common sense. If somebody steps into their common sense corner, fruits and vegetables, to get that into your body every day, to flood your body with all these vine ripened, organically grown fruits and vegetables that's bioavailable, it just makes good sense to get this in your body every day. So you want to come from that position of strength. We've got something here. We have a home for people, but you also want to have a servant's heart. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So you always put other people's needs ahead of your own. You add value to their lives with our product and our opportunity, and you create what I call raving fan relationships, raving fan customers, raving fan partners, and you do that by sharing our product, sharing our mission, building a solid customer base. And I've always retailed to recruit. My best customers turn into my best partners. I was a customer first, guys. That's how I found out about the Juice Plus company and the Juice Plus opportunity, as being a raving fan customer, and then saw there was an opportunity to go out there and share this. So you just got to stay focused. Where the focus goes, the energy flows, and that's what grows. Focus, and here's something I'll share with you. Focus on what you can control, not what you can't control. In other words, my focus right now is body, mind, and spirit. My emotional mastery, my physical mastery, my spiritual mastery. It's those consistency of feed your mind, condition your body, connect spiritually. So you want to keep your focus on what you can control. The other thing I'll share with leaders is this. You want to stay in the production stage. If you want to build a global business and you want to have a business that could build it where you could have over the next 3 to 5 years some residual income off of your growing customer base and your team and your partners, you want to stay out of your comfort zone. I've always told my leaders the finish line is the new starting line. In other words, when you get to NMD, the journey just begins. How many other people can you bring to NMD? I've done it dozens and dozens of times where I've kept building new frontline marketing directors. So you want to stay out of the comfort zone. You want to stretch yourself, get into uncharted waters. Be careful not to fall into the management mode where you just manage the same team and keep talking to the same people over and over again. It's easier to lead than it is to push. In other words, would you follow you? your daily method of operation, your consistency, your discipline. How many new customers are you putting on every month? How many new partners are you putting on every month? Instead of telling people, go out there and lead and do it yourself. Understand this, your job description. What is your job description? What do you get paid for? You get paid for telling the story. Our product is sold by word of mouth, one satisfied customer to another, right? So if my job description is to tell the story, regardless, and get this down in your notes, regardless of your rank and your title, your job description never changes. It never changes. And that is, Jeff, to onboard new customers and to onboard new partners. Period. That's what you get paid for, to stay in that production stage. And isn't that where the business is the most fun? Working with those new baby distributors, that new freshman class, somebody that's got a good positive attitude, a fresh, warm market. You know, instead of trying to push people, listen, it's easier to give birth than it is to raise the dead. The majority of the people in your business are going to do it sometime part-time or no time. That's just the way it is. Listen to Jim Rohn, How to Build Your Network Marketing Business. He talks about that. So I have a lot of people doing a little, and I love them whether they do a little or they do a lot, right? A little or they do a lot, but I know I'm going to have to keep putting on new customers and new team to find that 5%, less than 5%, that are really going to step up and play at the level that you and I play at, that want to become a marketing director, that want to build a global business, that want to have residual income, that want to have time freedom, right? And the quality of life that most people only dream of. So, you know, it's such an exciting time, and there's such a sense of urgency and a fear of loss with the timing that's going on right now around the world. And we offer people something here: fun, freedom, and flexibility. Fun, freedom, and flexibility. I joke, you get to stay at home and work in your underwear. I mean, I've never eaten so much Juice Plus. I've got my towers going outside. I love it. I'm smiling and dialing. I'm having fun. You know, I'm out there making a difference in the world, building some residual income. It's great. I mean, it's a dream business. It really is. It's like a dream come true to be involved with this company and have this product and this opportunity. I mean, you almost got to pinch yourself. I'm so full of love and gratitude and just excitement and passion and enthusiasm. It's contagious. People are like, Jeff, wow, you're still this excited, this passionate 30 plus years later? Look, I was in Dubai a couple months ago at our big global retreat, and I sat next to the guys from Altamont Capital. They shared with me the story why they invested $1 billion into this company and where they see this company going in the next 5 years. And I left there, I was like, I'm going to refire, not retire. I'm going to retire into my business. I'm more excited now. I want to capture, you know, going into some of this global expansion and what's going to happen here in the next 5 years. It's the greatest opportunity of our lifetime. And listen, for every day of work you miss this year, a year from now, you might have to work 5 days to equal one of these days because of the timing. The timing. It's worth your time. It's worth your time to roll up your sleeves, go to work, burn that midnight oil, take all out massive action, treat this thing like a business, not like a hobby. You get out of it what you put into it. There's no free lunch here, guys. Nobody can lift your weights for you. We can't go to the gym together. I can't lift your weights for you. It's your business. Listen, I can help you and inspire you as your sponsor and tell you how to do the business, show you how to do the business. You're trying it and you're doing it. But you got to step up. And here's something I want you to get down in your notes. One excuse you don't have is to say you've never been at the right place at the right time. You are at the right place at the right time, but it doesn't mean you get the prize. Doesn't mean you get the prize. You got to go out there and go to work. You got to go out there and have that consistency of work habits and attitude and discipline and keep doing the basics, the fundamentals over and over again. I'll never forget the late, great Jim Rohn shared with me. He said, Jeff, a few simple disciplines done consistently over and over again equals multiple rewards. And I said, Jim, what do you mean by that? He said, your product. If you take your product one day and miss it the rest of the week, are you going to have results? I said, no. He said, you got to do it consistently over and over again. Same thing with your business. You got to go out there and consistently, your DMO, your daily method of operation, every day sharing the story, sharing our product, sharing our opportunity, building relationships, building for events, doing it consistently, and it equals multiple rewards. You don't have to do 1,000 things well. You have to do a handful of things 1,000 times over and over again. That's the basics. The fundamentals will never change. And here's something I want to share with you. When I say focus on what you can control, turn off CNN, constant negative news. Don't sit around, cut the cord on your TV. There's no PV in TV. You know what? I'm not going to sit here and watch the news and paralyze myself and live in fear. I'm going to focus on what I can control. Listen, when gratitude is present, fear can't exist. You want to be grateful for what we have. We have a home. We have an answer for people. Get on the phones, call these people, share your story, leave those text messages for people, send out what we have. The company provides, Celine and Peter and Louise, the tools that we have. Get those out there to people. So what I'm trying to say is it is time for a call to action. It is a call to action. It is time for marching orders to seize the moment, to strike while the iron's hot, to have that sense of urgency, that fear of loss, and to understand that you could go out there in the next 3 to 5 years and work hard and build a customer base and build your team and be in the position in the next 3 to 5 years where really you could compress a lifetime of work into a 3 to 5 year plan. This is your chance. It's your turn now. And if you've been searching in life, like I was praying to God, please God, I've got a great work ethic. I'm hungry. I've got the desire. I've got the willingness. I'm teachable. Bring me something. And when a friend of mine shared with me the product and shared with me the opportunity, that was the day my life changed. And I was searching for a home. I was praying for something. And if you've been searching, welcome to the Juice Plus family. Welcome to the company with the heart. You have found a home. And Celine, I just want to acknowledge you for your leadership and the role that you play over there, and working with the leaders and the team and all the leaders over there, and Peter and Louise, and just the opportunity that we have not only to build locally in your local markets, but to now think globally. Because we were talking about this earlier. There's a lot of people that live in Australia and New Zealand that are from places all over the world. You can build a global business right there in your local markets and start expanding into Southeast Asia, or whether it's over in Europe or wherever, whatever markets we're in, whatever markets we're going into. But Celine, thank you for having me on the call. And I just want to acknowledge you for your leadership and the role that you play with our Juice Plus family.
Thank you, Jeff. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I had the notebook out. I've got the pages of notes here. I couldn't actually write quickly enough. I'm going to have to listen to the recording again and go and put some more things in there. But guys, again, as I said earlier on, you know, Jeff's excitement is, and his enthusiasm for what he is doing is amazing. And, you know, to acknowledge you, Jeff, because I know that you've been on call after call after call. I've been watching your calls for all the markets around the world being constantly advertised. I thought, we better get in there quick. And that, and you know, and again, you offered to be able to serve the team, and that's your heart, and that's what we love about you. I love what you said there, you know, really, if we all hear it, you know, the fish are jumping in the boat, and that's literally the way it is. We've just got to be, and I love the analogy, we've got to be casting the, you know, casting the fishing line, because if we're not in the boat, or we're not getting out there and doing it, it doesn't make any difference how many people are ripe for the picking. We're just not going to be the ones that actually get to pick them. So I love that. And I think the other thing that you know, out of so much of it, but I think for many of us, we can get a little bit blasé, or a little bit kind of, you know, relaxed about the gift that we actually have in our hand. And I think you reminded us it's about getting back into production and having those conversations and leading from the front. I just absolutely love it. If anybody's got, I'd love for you to fill the comments up here with some, notes of appreciation and what was your biggest takeout out of here. But if anybody's got a particular question, we've got a couple more minutes left with Jeff here. And that if you've got a particular question, drop it into the chat here so we can have a little look and see. There we go. Tennille says no PV in TV. That's it. All of the tallies are getting turned off. We're going to get into action. Jeff, if you did, just while we're waiting there for people to put any questions in, if they did have, if you right now at the moment, I know that you are actively, talking to people yourself, like you said, leading from the front and that as well. Are you finding that at this time in, I suppose, history, that more and more people are looking for something like we have with direct sales? Like it's, I know it probably sounds a little bit obvious, but, are you noticing that people are actually reaching out, or you're finding that as soon as you're sowing some seeds, people are open to the conversation?
Yeah, there's this phenomenon that's going on called the gig economy, and there's over 60 million people that want fun, freedom, and flexibility, whether they're the Uber driver or whatever it is. They want to be able to earn that, that part-time money, that extra $500, $1,000, $1,500 a month. And we're the ultimate gig economy. When you think about it, we have such the answer, a home for people where they can have a business based out of their home. I mean, let's face it. I believe there's going to be a new normal. The world's changed forever now. And more people are gravitating from working from their home, having their own business, being their own boss, having that fun, freedom, and flexibility. And we have the answer for them. And being able to take self-responsibility for your own health, to get on Juice Plus and to take it consistently every day, and to have that physical mastery and look and feel your best and walk the talk and live the mission yourself. It's not what you say, it's how you feel about what you say. People communicate with feelings more than they do words. And I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm really consistent with my diet, my exercise, and showing up, where people say, wow, Jeff, what are you doing? I'm sharing that story. I look at Juice Plus this way, Celine. I look at that box, like there's a big red bow on the top of the box, and I'm sharing the gift of health. There's no selling involved. Get out of your head. If you're in your head, you're dead. From the head to the heart. And if you truly feel passionate and believe in our product, how could you not share it with someone? It just makes good sense. Step into your common sense corner. Fruits and vegetables is a great idea to get that into your body every day. And now to have a 50-year-old company that's solid, stable, and lasting, I mean, why would you look somewhere else? The grass is not greener on the other side of the fence. It still has to be mowed. You still put onboard customers and onboard new partners. Why not build it over here with something that's solid, stable, and lasting, and a world-class product? We're at the tip of the iceberg with Juice Plus. We haven't even cracked the surface yet with what's going to happen with Juice Plus. I mean, the awareness today is so much stronger than it was when Juice Plus first came out. Everybody knows that fruits and vegetables is the way to go. And we make it convenient and affordable to bridge the gap of what you should eat and what you really do eat. And we bridge that gap. We're not to replace eating fruits and vegetables. We're just a way to bridge the gap. And it's just such a simple message, a simple story that makes sense. But here's the key. You don't get the prize, right? Remember I said you're at the right place at the right time, but you don't get the prize unless you go to work. You got to make a decision yourself. When you get off this call, what level am I going to play at? How bad do I want this? If we could bottle up Juice Plus and you could take a capsule and it would increase your want to, your desire, your hunger, I'd tell you to liquidate all your assets and buy as much as you can, because that's where it all starts. The number one thing I look for in somebody is somebody that's hungry, that wants this. And I'm in a position now after several years of hard work that I can do some of the things in life that I always dreamed of being able to do, whether it's for charity or for your family. I mean, come on. I mean, it gives you the options now that I said no to things in the beginning, goofing off, partying, the beach, this and that, so I could be in the position to say yes to things that are truly important, So my challenge to you is to go back into the production stage. If you're a leader listening to this call, or if you're a new person, there's nothing like going out there and building a new freshman team, a new freshman class. Go back out. If you're a marketing director, go back out and do what you did in the beginning that got you to marketing director. Play a game in your head. Fill out your application for the first time and start over. And you know what? Your team will respect you, because distributors do not what you tell them to do. They do what you do. They watch the feet, not the lips. Would you follow your daily method of operation? Are you the type of person that success breeds success? You know, so you show up and you do it, not tell people, not push people, you lead.
I love that. A couple of questions here. One is, we've definitely noticed that the UK market has had a lot of growth over the last few months. Do you feel that, any tips? Have you been listening to that, seeing it? How can we harness that here? Kate asked that one.
Well, Europe's exploding. I mean, all of Europe. I mean, Simon and that team over there, and I know Halawadi with his leadership and stepping up what he's done with the UK market and all over Europe. I mean, it is just, I was with him over in Dubai at that leadership retreat that they put together in Dubai. And I mean, they're after it. They're hungry. They're working, you know. And, you know, one of the concerns, maybe if there was a concern, is sometimes you get so excited about the opportunity, you get the cart before the horse. And what do I mean by that? You've got to get people on the product, right? I mean, I'm just as excited about the opportunity as anyone, but they got to live the mission. They got to be their own first preferred customer, right? They got to live the mission, get on the product, not just the complete, get on the capsules. Get on the capsules. The capsules is if you're thinking of the wheel, that's the hub. That's where the continuity program is. That's where you build the residual income, you know. And there's a lot of spokes, whether it's a Tower Garden or the gummies or the complete or whatever it is, but you want to get people on the capsules. You want to make sure that they are living the mission themselves. Build it on rock, not sand. Build it on a solid foundation, something that's lasting and stable, that's long-term. We talked about the long game. You know, you want to build that growing customer base where people are on that auto ship month after month, year after year.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to finish it off, what would be one thing, like over the years you've done this, and I know that you've gone out there and, you know, rebuilt at times and you're obviously back in the trenches now. What's the one thing that you have implemented that you feel has made the biggest impact in your business in the past, or even, you know, right now? What do you think is that one thing?
Well, for me, I had to evolve my why. My why is different than when I started. You know, my why back then is I was broke, I was hungry, I didn't come from a wealthy family, didn't have a higher education, my back was against the wall, you know, and I had to step up and make it happen. And you've heard the story. My first goal, my why that drove me was I wanted to buy my mom a car. And I share that story for the last 30 years. And that was the first thing I did after reinvesting back into my business, putting in those long hours, working hard and building and building and building. I was able to do my first why. But my why has evolved today. Why am I doing it today? Well, as a leader, and I could have retired a long time ago, but that's not what I choose to do. I choose to retire into my business, not from my business, and now refire, not retire. But my why today is I'll never forget where I came from. I can't be a selfish NMD sitting here in my beach house and life about me. It's about we, right? It's about paying it forward. It's about having something, as Tony says, success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure in life. You know, how many times do you see people that have the success, they have the money, right? But they're not fulfilled.
Yeah.
And in our business, isn't it rich in relationships? Isn't it rich in love and connection? Isn't it rich in growth? Aren't you the happiest in life when you're growing and there's progress? Growth equals happiness. When I'm growing, when there's progress, and the contribution side of it, to be able to believe in people, sometimes even more than they believe in themselves, and put your time and your effort and your money into them and see them go move up in the rank in our company. And it's not the position, it's not the money, it's who they've become. It's like the Visa commercial, it's priceless. So how about doing something that's bigger than yourself, something that's mission driven, cause oriented, making an impact, making a difference, touching and changing people's lives. And as your check grows, it's a measuring stick to show the impact, that how many people you've touched directly or indirectly with our product and our opportunity. I lay my head down on the pillow at night and I'm so grateful and so feel so blessed to be involved in this and to be able to do something that really counts, something that matters. And yeah, it's great. It's a great lifestyle and it's great quality of life, but the richness emotionally and spiritually with all these wonderful relationships around the world and doing something that you just know is making a difference in so many people's lives, that's priceless.
Well, we can feel that, Jeff. We can feel it. That I could feel that right in my heart there as you were speaking. That we can feel that you just want to, and absolutely, somebody just said goosebumps, and totally, because we can feel your heart for it. You don't have to be on a call on a 6 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. We totally get that. So we just can, absolutely appreciate your love, your wisdom, your friendship, and just how you just want to sow consistently into people, no matter who they are, where they are. And we just really, really appreciate you for that. So Jeff, thank you
Thank you.
so much. It's been amazing having you on here. I'm just going to